All right, thank you for tapping in. This is Tarot NY Oracle, where we get into the cloud to see what we see. This is our mirror soul connection for all those in a twin soul, twin flame soul, twin kind of connection. And so thank you so much for joining. This is one soul or one soul frequency, depending on how you want to look at it, in two different bodies, two different experiences. So you will push and pull and definitely influence each other's energy throughout your entire life energetically. For many of you, you know, this is about your spiritual awakening, spiritual growth, your realignment and alignment, ultimately rising to a higher frequency, which in turn helps the collective rise to a higher frequency. And some of you will be able to have union in this lifetime. For many of you, though, it will take several lifetimes. So keep that in mind. It is a very difficult connection. So make sure you're in a true mirror soul connection and not something that's just full of drama. Because there's a difference, guys. All right, so what we get for the energy in between the two of you and what will be playing out over the next 30 days, I do draw for current energy and as it plays out for the next 30 days. You are the master of your ship. You can change direction, go slower, faster, course correct if you need to. But the energy I get in centralized between you is your commitment is being tested and show the world the real you. This is a strong Aquarius. You may be connecting to an Aquarius. This is divine masculine, divine feminine, but it's also the counterpart energy. So what I do get for the feminine energies, we'll draw first for her this time. Oh, in the meditation, I was getting weather girl and weather any storm. So there's a sense of weathering any storm together, or weather the storm that you're in. Take note of the conditions of the storm, the weather you're in, or of the connection. Something around that for one or both of you. So for the feminine energy, I do get the 5 of Cups from the past and the 9 of Wands for her current energy now. So this is sad energy. This feels let down, disappointed, or there's regret here, sadness, sorrow. You know, it feels really let down is what I want to say. And like, maybe I'm just about to quit. Like, I don't know what else to do. I might be giving up kind of energy. So that's what I'm getting from the divine feminine in the current and as it plays out over the next 30 days. We do get a 5 and a 9 on her side over there. And we have our 3. And of course, this is our 10, 17, which makes the 8. So we have a 3 and 8. This is 8, 9, 10, 11. So we do have an 11 energy over here on this side, or a 1, 1. You know, his energy feels the past and present is like something is unhealed here. Something's not the right time. But then it's like it goes into feeling like, but I want to rebuild. I want to build this connection or build something here. I want to, you know, work together. And I want to communicate. You know, this is an energy of maybe wanting to communicate also with you. But it is also energy of therapy. So for some of you, this may be, it's like, I know I'm unhealed. I know something needs to be healed and I'm going into therapy. And that's what I'm doing now. For others of you, though, this is like something's unhealed. Something's not the right time. But I feel like connecting with you. I want to communicate with you and work together on something. So that's what I'm getting from the masculine, divine, masculine Leo or counterpart energy. So let's go ahead and go into blockages. So for the divine feminine Leo energy for the month of February, we get rebirth and renewal. So this is her blockage. This is what she needs to work on or take a look at. You're emerging from the darkness transformed. A new version of you is waiting. So you may feel like you're stuck. This feels like it's a trapped energy. It's like you might feel like, I don't know what to do. I don't have any more to give. I don't know what the solution here is. I feel restricted in how this connection is playing out. You might feel very disaligned as well. But so that means you might be feeling in a very dark place, right? Especially with this energy that I feel here, which is like, you feel like, what else can I do? Regret, sorrow, sadness, giving up. I'm feeling trapped here. I'm restricted with what is the solution. And on his energy, you know, it's, I know we're not healed. I know I need to heal something. I'm going into therapy, or let's talk about it. So there's definitely something that needs to be worked out. It feels like to me, as a whole, the collective in Mirror Souls are experiencing a separation, or if you are together, there's a strong disalignment that's still present. I do see in the Divine Feminine energy, this is though a process of rebirth and renewal over this next 30 days. So you are going to be emerging from that darkness. So focus on your transformation. A new version of you will be born by the end of the 30 days. On the masculine side of the energy, I see a fear of love. And this is his blockage of the next 30 days. Take gender as it resonates. This is on just the masculine energy side. The fear of love. Past hurts can create walls. So be mindful of where you block love from entering your life. So he might not know that he makes walls. And of course, we do those walls to protect ourselves from hurt, which is a fear reaction. It comes from a survival mode. The advice is your Seven of Swords reversed. So this is all about opening up. To open your heart, to not guard your heart so much, to not build those walls so much, to take a look at what you need to look at with honesty, with truth, and to be open and honest with truth with your person. This is like, don't avoid it anymore. Don't pretend that it's not there. Don't deceive yourself or deceive another or run away. Take a look at it, face it, be honest and open with yourself, with the other person, and open up your heart, you know, so that you can to stop forming those walls. So we're going to take a look at that because it's easier said than done, right? So let's go ahead and look at what our Divine Feminine's intention is and what her action is. So her intention feels very, you know, for some of you, this is a meditation. This is, I'm going to just spend time by myself so I can figure out what I want here, right? For many of you, though, this is a bit more of withdrawing, avoiding. So it's like, I'm in pain, I'm giving up, I don't know what the solution is, and I'm just going to withdraw and avoid it. But I feel like no matter what group you're in, the action is the world. And this is all about having your aha moment come to a completion, finalizing those lessons, knowing that everything that you've learned is come full circle. So you're having some sort of completion around this that is making you graduate to the next step. It's like going from high school to college, or college to the real world. You've graduated to that next step of learning, and you've leveled up your own alignment within, even though this has been a really hard and painful journey for you so far. And that's what we see here. Your rebirth and your renewal energy is right here, and right underneath it we get our world. So your action is aligned with what your blockage is. Your blockage will open up into the lessons that you need to learn. So let's go ahead and look at our masculine's intentions and actions. We do see the Chariot and the Five of Swords. So it's like he wants to make a move. He wants to take action here. That's his intention. It's like, I'm going to make a move. But you can choose the path on your soul or the path that's off of the direction of your soul. You can miss the mark, or you can follow what your intuition is telling you. And so this energy, you know, it's a reminder to be careful, to feel out if it feels good to you, if it feels aligned to you emotionally. Listen to your emotions, then you know it's the right path for you. If it doesn't feel right, then it's not right for you, right? And a lot of times it feels good because this connection feels good because he wants to talk about it. He wants to go to therapy about it. He wants to work as a team. He wants to make a move, right? But something's unhealed. And I see, even though that's the one, the actions are the Five of Swords. So it's like he's getting caught up in his mind space. Those doubts, those skepticism, those walls are coming back. So it's like, I want love, but I fear it. So I'm going to build a wall around it and around me. And that can be a challenge. You know, when we block the very things that we desire, when we block the very things that we want because of fear. So the encouragement is to really dive deep and be honest with yourself about the walls that you're creating. That is what you're doing. And to become aware of what you're doing, to become mindful of it. And really look into the therapies that will help you best. Sometimes that can be online, sometimes it can be through books, sometimes it can be through a therapist, but to really try to get down to the nitty-gritty of your past hurt. Because when we are hurt, or when we're neglected, or even abused, whether it's when we're younger as kids, or as we're getting older as teenagers, or even as adults, we then start to build walls around ourselves to protect ourselves. And so being able to look at that honestly and heal those parts of you is important, so that you don't continuously have these negative ego cycles in the mind that bring you back out of where you need to be. And of course, your mind is a product of your emotions, which is a product of your nervous system and your body. So when your body and your nervous system feel unsafe, your emotions start to warn you, and then your mind starts to go into spirals. So the fear needs to be addressed within your body, within your nervous system first, and then you can start to work on the emotions, which then in turn start to work on the mind. It's in the opposite direction that most people think. You can't actually address these issues from the mind first. You need to address the issues from the body first. So when we dive into what the focus is on, that focus for you is those walls that you're creating. You're creating walls around what? Like, look at that. You're creating walls around your heart. You're creating walls around your body. You're creating walls around your time. You're creating walls around your house. What are all these things protecting? And taking a look at that seriously. So what you need to focus on and what your advice is very similar. They both came out in the reverse, and it's like you need to take a look at those walls and you need to be open and honest about it. Where is it coming from? Why are you doing it? How can you heal it? So what I get from the feminine side, her focus is if she's going to be withdrawing, or if she's going to be avoiding, or if she's just taking time to meditate and figure things out for herself, it does look like it's going to go toward a good ending for her, because she is going to be gaining some sort of understanding, completion around everything. And it's going to give her a rebirth, a renewal, a reboot. And what she is being told to focus on, though, is you can be patient, you can wait. You don't have to jump into something. It doesn't have to be now. But think about what you want to invest in. What do you really want in this? What do you really want to get out of it? What is your investment in this? And before jumping into it, make sure it feels right to you. This is a waiting energy. This is patience, waiting, thinking, resting. This is the number 7. God rested on the 7th day kind of energy. Contemplating, is this right for me? And so that is what you should focus on. There's no need to dive in anything. Remember, your commitment is being tested, and it's important to show the world the real you, because connections only work when you're showing up true for yourself. Because as you show up true for yourself, that's how you are showing up for the other person, right? So if you are not loving yourself, you can't love the other person. If you are not being true to yourself, you can't be true to the other person. So you have to show up fully for yourself before you can show up for the other person. And that's what makes a connection work. So that's what we have for both of you. We do get, let's see, 4 here and 5. We also get another 1-1 from his side of the energy here. So we do have a 1-1-1-1, at least with a 1-1 here. And on this side as well. We get 3, 4, 8. Yeah, so that's what we have. You could be connecting to an Aquarius. And this is also a strong Aqua energy. We also have a strong Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo energy, as well as Cancer. It doesn't have to be, but Those are the energies that are showing up. So what was hidden? I wanted to look at what was hidden at the bottom of the deck. We do get the King of Pentacles from the masculine energy. So he is building up his kingdom, focusing on his work, his money, saving, making himself, making his home, his work life very strong. And he's also focused on commitments. It's like he wants that commitment. Hidden deep within him, he wants a commitment with another person, with you. And so there is a sense of wanting to heal, of wanting to go through the work on his side of the energy. I do feel hidden on the feminine side of the energy is our Three of Cups. So this feels more like she is trying to have fun. She's trying to connect with friends, family. For some of you, if you're in separation, she may be trying to go on dates and try to lift her spirits up, right? To have celebrations, to have good times, to spend time with other people. So she feels more trying to be social, to lift her energy out of being kind of down and sad. And he feels more focused on the money side of the energy. We do get emotional, air and fire. On his side, we get earth, air. Yeah, so it's pretty evened out for both of you. All right, so that's what we have with that. We're going to go ahead and dive into your oracle advice. On the pre-shuffle, we did get the go inward for our masculine. It is time to connect with your inner child. So there's a strong energy around connecting to why these fears developed, looking at when you were younger and teenage years and young adult years and even, you know, toddler years. It can go back quite far. And figuring out when these walls started, what these walls are around, and trying to deconstruct them, right? Within us lies hundreds of worlds. And we want to be able to figure out what worlds we want to open up to people and what worlds we want to open up to people and what worlds we want to explore more. And so this energy is all about going inward. And one powerful way to connect with your inner child can be through visualization. This is a practice of seeing with your mind's eye while your physical eyes are closed. The practice can be tricky in the beginning, so if you've never tried working with visualization, do not worry if it's a slow process and you will get there in the end. Focus on allowing your inner child to come through your mind's eye. Find a quiet place where you can sit or lie down comfortably, minimal distractions. Once you're ready, close your eyes, allow yourself to focus toward inward. As your focus drifts inward, your inner child will slowly come to you. Once they do, let them be as they are, even if they are aspects of them that you'd like to change. Embrace them, listen to whatever they have to say, shower them with love, affection. If you're struggling to turn your focus within, the Becoming Aware Body therapies can be useful. Becoming aware more of your body, more of your sensations, your nervous system. You can Google those things or check out books on those as well. There's also a journaling that can help. What feelings arise for you when you talk with or visualize your inner child? Do you feel love, joy, apprehension, or anxiety? Ask yourself why you might feel this way whenever you meet your inner child. And also remember that writing is a really important part of connecting your right and left brain together. Oftentimes when we talk, we're not actually getting through anything. We are just reiterating the story we tell ourselves. But when we write, we are connecting that trauma part and we're integrating the left and right parts of our brain, and we're working through our own emotions at our own speed without judgment. So writing and painting can be very therapeutic when we're doing work on ourselves. So for the divine feminine side of the energy is all about protection. Call back your power, cut the cords, soul retrieval. So cords reminds me of all the cords she's tied around herself here in our trapped energy. Like she's feeling so trapped or restricted because she's wrapped herself around with tons of cords, and a lot of these cords are connected to her divine masculine outcomes of happiness around this, that maybe she's been let down and feels like giving up. Like where is the answer? Where's the solution? So she needs to protect herself and call back her power. Cut the cords, soul retrieval. So what we get in the literature around that is you're being called to protect your energy, call back your power. Maybe the lost pieces return home. Take a look at who and what drains your energy. Do not keep your tabs open. Shut down energetically each night. So some advice around that, you might want to take a warm bath, Epsom salt, warm soy milk, or if you drink dairy milk, you can do warm dairy milk, a tea, warm tea, lemon in the tea, green tea. Making sure your lights are off, your TV's off. Make your room a place like a sanctuary. Your candles, your beautiful colors that you enjoy, your plants, your pictures, your light when the daytime is, there, so that you are comfortable in your own space and that you can just go to sleep when you need, and you can decompress. Energetic cords are formed between people, right? So that's what we were talking about here. She may have a lot of cords tied to her divine masculine, tied to outcomes here. So it's important to keep checking in. Your energy and energetic space are sacred, so treat them as such. Keeping your energy clear takes work. So as we go through life, we give our power away. It's important that we call it back and cut those energetic cords to retrieve back your soul's energy. So this can also have to do with family and friends or other people. If she's spending a lot of time with others to help herself feel better, of course, which is what we got in her hidden energy. So if she's spending a lot of time with others to lift her energy up, those can also be energetic cords that she may need to cut to find the power within. Keeping it real, right? Can you think of a traumatic event or a relationship or a soul memory that you are being called to call back your power from? Might want to do some journaling on that. Check into your body and see which chakra feels like it needs a bit of energetic cleanup. Remember, we have our root, our solar plexus, our sacral. Of course, we have our heart and our throat as well, and our third eye and crowning energy. So take a look at your chakra charts and you can see what feels the most blocked. Sometimes your throat might feel very tight. That's connected to your mind and talking, communicating, speaking your truth. Sometimes it can be in any area of you. So there's advice around looking at that and maybe pulling out your journal, doing some journaling. You might even want to do a little bit of painting. You can even use crayons. You write it out and then use your crayons on the next page to paint it out, draw it out, color it out. Past things that have happened that are restricting your energy, especially within this connection. So thank you so much for joining. Remember to share, like, subscribe, and comment. Let me know what's going on with you and what resonates with you. And I will see you after the next 30 days in March.